What if your past is not the final sentence on your life, but the very reason heaven takes notice? Not in spite of your stains, but through them, a scarlet thread weaves its way from a crumbling city wall straight into the lineage of the Messiah. This is the story of what God sees when the world sees shame. Her name was Rahab, a woman surviving on the fringes of a pagan city. Jericho stood impregnable behind its double walls, the gateway to Canaan, a fortress. But whispers traveled faster than armies, stories of a God who split seas, stories of a nation camped just across the Jordan. In a house built into the city wall, those whispers reached a woman the world had learned to overlook. When two Israelite spies slipped into Jericho, they sought shelter in the one place men entered without suspicion, the house of Rahab. Not strategic, desperate. But God specializes in desperate. Word reached the king. Soldiers arrived at Rahab's door. "Bring out the men who came to you." She stood at a crossroads, loyalty to her king or loyalty to a God she had only heard about in rumors. She chose. "Yes, the men came to me," she told the soldiers, "but they left. If you hurry, you might catch them." A lie that saved a nation. She had hidden the spies under stalks of flax on her rooftop. When the soldiers rushed out, she climbed up to the men who now owed her their lives. "I know the Lord has given you this land," she confessed. "The fear of you has fallen upon us. For the Lord your God is God in heaven above and on the earth below." A Canaanite prostitute spoke words Israel itself had failed to believe. She declared the God of Abraham as the only true God, not from temple instruction, but from whispered rumor that had become faith. "Now swear to me by the Lord," she pleaded, "that you will show kindness to my family. Spare the lives of my father and mother, my brothers and sisters, and all who belong to them." The spies agreed. "Our lives for your lives. When the Lord gives us the land, we will treat you kindly." But they gave her one condition, a sign, a scarlet cord. Tie it in the window through which she had lowered them, and when the walls fell, everyone inside her house would be spared. She watched them disappear into the night. The cord was her covenant. Her confession made visible. The days that followed tested her nerve. Israel crossed the Jordan on dry ground. Then the army appeared, not with battering rams, but with priests carrying trumpets and the Ark of the Covenant. For 6 days, they marched, one silent lap each day. Confusion turned to unease. And in her window, Rahab kept the cord visible, a declaration of which side she had chosen. On the 7th day they came at dawn, 7 laps. The priests blew their ram's horns. Joshua commanded, "Shout, for the Lord has given you the city." Thousands of voices erupted, trumpets blasted, and the walls of Jericho crumbled. Stones fell like dried mud. The army charged, and in the chaos, 2 spies ran not toward battle, but toward a window marked by a scarlet cord. They brought out Rahab, her father, her mother, her brothers, her sisters. They led them to safety outside the camp. The city burned, but one house was spared, because one woman believed. And then, the most unexpected thing happened. Rahab married Salmon, a prince of Judah. She bore a son named Boaz. Boaz married Ruth. Ruth bore Obed. Obed fathered Jesse, and Jesse fathered David, king of Israel. The scarlet cord tied in a window became a scarlet thread woven through the genealogy of the Messiah. Matthew's gospel records it. Salmon, the father of Boaz, whose mother was Rahab, a Canaanite, a prostitute, a woman with no standing became the great-great-grandmother of Jesus Christ. The writer of Hebrews places her in the hall of faith. James holds her up as an example of living faith, not because she was perfect, but because she believed, because she acted on what she believed. So, what is the echo of this scarlet cord for you? Perhaps you carry a past you think disqualifies you, mistakes that feel like permanent stains. You look at your life and see only Jericho walls built from your failures. Hear this: God does not see what the world sees. He sees a woman on a wall with a cord in her hand. He sees faith stirring in the most unlikely heart. He sees not where you have been, but whose you are becoming. Your scarlet cord is your confession, the visible sign that you have chosen the God who saves. And when the walls of your Jericho fall, that cord will be the marker of your deliverance. The walls fell, the cord held, and a woman of shame became a mother of faith. If this echo of a scarlet cord and a saving God has reached you in your own Jericho, please comment below. And remember, no one is too stained to be redeemed. Subscribe to Echoes of Scripture, where ancient stories reveal the God who still saves.